Welcome everyone to Sparkplug TV. If you want to see the video portions of our podcast, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and check out our Facebook page, and you can see where all of our updates and everything and car shows. Welcome, Jason, to this podcast.
How's it going, Alex?
Not too bad. Got me a new welder today, as you know, because you went with me.
Yep, I did go with you. Went out there to the harbors of freights and got you that $110 welder we talked about in the last episode, and you fixed your chair with it.
Yeah, you guys know if you guys seen or listened to the last episode, I made a new chair, and I had to weld a base to it, and I just tack welded it. It did not hold very well. It lasted for a good like 4 days till the back came off, and then today literally. But it's a good thing like I already had it in the back of my mind. Like I already talked to Haley yesterday. I'm like I'm gonna go buy a welder. But
Right.
today, whenever I went to put my shoes on to leave to go get the welder, the front of it broke off. And so it fully broke off. But now, them welds are holding. And as you've seen, I sent you a video.
Yeah, I saw them.
I
They look.
bridged it.
They do look nice. They definitely look nice.
I melted.
I'll give you that.
I went too hot or too long on one part of it where I tried to bridge, and it started, and I just seen it melt. I was like,
Yep, you'll
oh.
just see it roll over. You got to watch your heat on when you're trying to bridge a larger gap.
So I just went a lot slower with it. I let it cool down. I put a little tack, let it cool down, and just moved it across. And it is fucking solid now.
And then after you go through with your tacks and everything, you can put a whole bead across those tacks and it'll hold even better.
Yeah. And the last welder I used was Jonathan's welder. I don't know what, but this welder, it just felt a lot easier to weld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Especially after me doing this weld, I definitely feel a lot more confident in welding. I could definitely do my own exhaust, I think.
Oh, I totally think you could. I mean, exhaust work isn't the hardest thing in the world. It's just tedious and annoying.
Yeah.
I mean,
I welded the tip onto my exhaust, and that looks like shit. But I didn't know anything. But now I know a little bit more. I've been watching some YouTube videos and learning. And
I'd
if you
say
look at
check
these
out.
welds, you can definitely tell that, like, okay, yeah, that'll definitely hold.
Yeah, I would say check out Western Welding Academy on YouTube. They're very helpful in teaching how to weld, and they're really quick clips. So it's not like they're like right straight to the point, so they don't lose your interest on it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because I mean sometimes we don't have the best of interest in one thing for a long time.
Yeah, but after hey, I got that whole welding kit for under $200.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this podcast will not be coming out, and it'll be another $30 more because the sale ends tomorrow for it.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, but under $250, you got a full welding kit. I got me a helmet, wire, a welder, and
And some little flush cuts.
yeah. So I say not too bad.
No, not too bad.
And once you have a welder, you can pretty much make anything.
You really can. The nice thing about the welder itself is like anybody can put two pieces of wood together with
Screw it
a
together.
screw that they get out of their grandpa's garage and use grandpa's fucking screw gun to do it, or even a nail and hammer. Whereas welding metal together is a little harder than just trying to put two pieces of wood together.
Well, yeah, you're not taking real wood and then melting real wood together.
No. That fake
it's
laminate stuff, maybe,
it's
but
that
not real wood.
it's the exact same concept as welding. Is you're taking the metal, melting it, and then
But
fusing it together.
you're using a filler.
Well, yeah, you gotta. You got to give it something to grab too.
Not always.
Yeah,
You
that's
see people tacking with TIG.
friction welding.
No.
What's
You see people tack with TIG. You don't use some people don't use a filler rod depending on what they're tacking.
How does TIG work? You don't. It doesn't use like a. It doesn't
It
use
uses
like
a
a.
filler rod.
Oh, okay.
You have a tungsten inside the thing, and that's what's protruding out of the cup. And the cup is providing the gas shielding,
Yeah.
and it's either a strike like a stick, or it's got a button on the handle, or it's got a floor pedal, and you do that to just start the gun. But you have a filler rod in your other hand that you're filling in with.
Is that the ones that are like you see them roll?
Yeah,
That's TIG welding.
yeah. And the really pretty dimes
Yeah.
is usually TIG welding.
What's what would be a good reason to use
To use
gasless MIG versus TIG versus MIG
gasless MIG is
or
really
stick? I mean,
nice. Gasless MIG is really nice for exhaust fabrication and
easy
body
work.
work.
I know that
Body
because
work.
that's the one I bought. It's really
Body work,
light. It's light.
Alex.
I'm
Body
hearing.
work. Because it's so thin, your body panels are so thin that gasless MIG can actually weld cold enough to not burn through it.
Mm. And also, well, like just the gasless MIG is just way more convenient. I have like less than a 20-pound box and I can
I
weld
I would say
anywhere.
it's convenient, but your box isn't 20 pounds, it's 30 pounds.
Whatever. It's
But
light.
I have a little buzz box that's a TIG gun, not a TIG gun, a stick, and I can, you know, just grab that little freaking 10-pound welder, clamp an electrode in it, strike it, and start it.
Yeah. Also, did how much was your stick weld?
My stick welder was $150.
Okay, and then you buy that. But
And then
also,
and then
what's hard?
a pound of electrodes is I think $10. And I already had a helmet and all of my PPE. So
Is the only difference with stick welding is pretty much you have to control the filler.
not really. The main difference of stick welding is how you start it versus just point and pull a trigger. You have to like stab it and back off real quick, or you strike it like a match. And then you follow your stick down your material as well.
Oh yeah, you don't want to drag it. You want it to melt and just
Oh
keep
no,
going.
you just strike it and drag and you pull your puddle along. You just pull your puddle along. You can do the fancy. You can do your little cursive E's with it, and it'll make a 6011 rod look really nice. I haven't tried any 7018 yet because I haven't needed to try 7018.
Mm.
As I mean, I'm doing exhaust fabrication with 6011 stick welding versus my MIG gun. I hardly use my MIG gun anymore.
You got a whole like you turned your like MIG gun into like a whole like home setup with like a cart and everything.
Yeah, my MIG gun's on a cart with all of this shit around it. It's got a spot for a bottle, so I might sell it and buy a gas MIG so that way I can run gas or not,
Well, you could
or
also buy
flux
a
core.
gas. You could buy you. I know they make welders that you could hook gas into or use
Yeah,
flux core.
yeah, that's any MIG welder.
Any of
Any
them you can use
any of
flux
them you
core.
can use flux core with. All you got to do is make sure your bottle's off.
Oh, okay.
That's all you do. Make sure the bottle's off.
Because the flux core is the gas.
Yeah, the flux core has the flux in it, which is its shieldant whenever it burns off, versus pushing and forcing gas on top of your weld.
But I know like slag is a problem with gasless MIG, and it's really
Yeah,
sparky.
yeah.
My chair
Gas.
almost caught on fire a few times.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
And
get that with MIG or
stick
stick.
is worse.
TIG welding.
No, TIG is very clean. There's not a lot of spatter. It's just a big bright ball of heat.
You see, like
I've never personally TIG welded,
like
but I
exhaust
hear
manifolds. Those are usually TIG welded, and
not no
exhaust manifolds.
no only stainless exhaust manifolds are usually TIG welded. All the other ones are MIG.
No, I mean like show car, beautiful weld.
Oh, you're talking like everything in the damn engine bay welded by a TIG welder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
dude,
beautiful
those engine bays look
titanium
good.
looking. Yeah, those are. And TIG welding, I think, is pretty expensive to even get a cheap one.
You can get it. My fucking stick welder, I can put a TIG gun on too. You would just need one that has two DINS 25 connections for positive ground. Well, one you would just need the gun for the positive, and then a hose coming off the other end that goes into a gas regulator for gas. That's all you need. You
Gotcha.
can TIG with a stick welder, but I mean, sometimes it's a pain in the butt because you have to scratch start instead of pedal start.
Mm. But I don't know. I didn't know shit about welding, and I just watched a couple videos. It got me into the loop of kind of like, okay, I understand what needs if you got this going on, what settings to change. If you're MIG welding, if you're welding and you feel your your stick your wire hit what you're welding, you need to back off your wire speed.
Yep,
If it's getting too hot,
yep. You can back off the wire speed, or if you have a
maybe
dial,
speed it up
or
if
if you
it's
have a
getting too
dial,
hot.
if you have a dial amperage, you can turn your amperage down to get the heat down.
Right. My little cheap one only has two settings, high and low.
Yep. Whereas
And
my stick welder, the only control you have on a stick welder usually is your amperage.
so the only control I really got, and honestly, it doesn't really. I haven't tried it with the low setting, but on Jonathan's welder, it was the same way with only two settings, and it really did not want to weld on low at all.
No, it's because the material that you're trying to weld is too thick to weld on a low setting. You would do exhaust fab on a low setting.
Yeah, something really thin
Yeah.
because
Gauge
you want it
gauge
to
metal.
because it'll heat
Gauge
up a lot
metal it
faster.
yes. Gauge metal you use on the low setting.
Yeah,
But once we start talking like 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch plate, uh yeah,
that's
you
you
need a
want really hot,
yeah.
and you're gonna want to wear if you're welding that stuff. Obviously, you should know your stuff, and you're gonna be wanting to wear at least a jacket because that stuff gets really hot and it'll sunburn you.
Yep, I have a jacket, a full set of gloves, all of my personal PPE that stays here at the house is Lincoln,
I
and
just got
then
done with welding, and this is what I wore:
and then
no gloves, a
at
hoodie.
the shop I work at, I'm provided with Miller PPE because we have a Miller welder. I personally have Chicago Electric welders. I would love a Lincoln welder, but Lincoln welders are very, very expensive.
Gotcha.
Like the Lincoln Ranger that I want, it's a multi-process generator welder. So basically, I just fill it up with gasoline, start it, and go about my day welding whatever I want. It's got like a 98% duty cycle, I think, versus your welder at I think a 15% duty cycle.
I don't know what that means.
It's how long it can work under load versus how much time it needs to cool.
Oh, I
Yep.
mean, I think I use. I don't even. I feel weird welding because I feel like you got to do it fast.
No,
Like, get it
welding, you need to
done.
take your time.
You gotta you like hit your weld. All right. But now that I learned, whenever you go in and you just sit there and you just weld and 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 weld, it just is a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I didn't know shit about welding.
Yeah.
I knew the electric got the current closed and it got hot.
Pretty much. I mean, if you want to dumb it down to as dumbed down as you
But
can.
that's all I knew. Is the dumbest.
I mean, it's still a basic understanding of how to do it, which is better than nothing. Because I mean, you could have started
Especially if you don't buy if you buy a welder not knowing shit. No, not
yeah,
knowing nothing about it.
yeah. You buy a welder and you don't know anything about welding. Odds are you're gonna mess something up, or you're gonna burn something down.
Yeah. Or break your welder before
Yeah, or
you
break
even
the
start it.
welder.
Like I did almost. I didn't take the tip out.
Yeah,
And then Jason was like, "Hey, wait a minute." See, I'm like,
take that out.
this is why you're here, Jason.
Why am I just dedicated welder of the group? I mean, Jonathan owns welders, but nobody calls Jonathan with welding questions. Jonathan calls me with welding questions.
I called Jonathan with welding questions. I said, "Hey, can I use your welder?"
Right, but then it's Jason, how do I do this?
Yeah. Well, I didn't ask you about the first time, but you can see that what happened.
Yeah.
It broke.
Yeah, and then I came over there and showed you what to do and adjusted your machine for you, and look how good they look.
Yeah. It's fucking. This bitch is solid now.
Dude, I probably could have brought over my stick welder and had that done like that, but I probably would have set your chair on fire.
Yeah, I got
Because
I lost
stick really sparks.
I lost a towel.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were bringing that out and it wasn't soaked in water.
Yeah, but I didn't care. Now it's my welding towel.
Now it's your welding towel.
What do you use that for? I don't know. Whatever I need to use a towel for.
Exactly. Ah, fun times, fun times.
But see,
So,
like there's a difference in my confidence now because
yeah.
whenever I first did it, I was like, Z was like, "Let me sit in," and I'm like, And then, but now I'm like, I need to find a heavier motherfucker than Z to see if this motherfucker can break.
Oh man. So what do you think your next mod on your car is going to be, Alex?
Getting it back in my driveway.
Getting it back in your driveway.
Yeah, because it's at the dealership.
I meant after that.
Oh, probably nothing for right
Probably
now.
nothing for right now.
Yeah,
Anything you would like to do next?
sell it.
Why are you going to sell it?
Cause I want somewhere we'll drive.
Something rear wheel?
Yeah, but I love my car. I don't know. You could buy it.
How much you want for it?
13 grand.
I don't know.
14 grand with the mods.
14
pretty
with the
good.
mods. That is pretty good. I don't know. I'll think about it. What would you use that 14 grand for?
Pay off my car and then down payment on another car. Probably a Mustang.
Probably a
EcoBoost.
Mustang EcoBoost. You don't need an EcoBoost Mustang.
You're right. I need a 5.0.
No, you don't.
5.2 GT350. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Ah,
You'd kill yourself in a GT350.
sorry. I know how to drive.
You'd kill yourself in a GT350.
No, I wouldn't. I'd baby that motherfucker. Be like, all right, and we're going faster than my Civic does. Okay, let's slow down.
Yeah. They'll definitely book a whole lot better than Civic did.
Yeah, I miss my Civic though.
Well,
I think I just miss a stick shift loud car.
right?
I miss
I
terrorizing my neighborhood.
I low key miss my stick shift loud truck. I need to buy another one.
But I think it's different because I'm driving a fucking Honda Accord. So if Civic was gone and I had a fun car to drive, then it might be a little different.
Right.
But no, I got a 2020 Malibu and a 2022 Accord. I'm
Ooh.
looking like a normal person.
Yes, you are. That's scary. We don't do normal person things here, Alex. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Bro, what are you
I wish I
doing?
would have bought Z's Crown Vic. We never even
Why?
mentioned that. We never even mentioned that in his podcast.
I
He
don't think
didn't.
we did.
Yeah, Z had this a nice. It was cool. I mean, I wouldn't call it nice, but
Yeah, I
it
wouldn't
was
call
it
it nice.
it was built up. It had a different rear end gears and stuff. It was a 2008 Crown Vic. I want to say. I think it was a 2008.
Yeah, it was
But it
an
was.
08.
And man, that thing was fun. That side piped exhaust. Fucking. And they blew the spark plug out of it.
Dude, he had me come over to his house at like 11 o'clock at night so he could just lop the exhaust off under the center of the cab. No cat, no muffler, no nothing.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, Z.
That's what's it's
He's get some crazy ideas, man.
he was gonna sell it to me for $1,000, but I didn't have the money, and I would have jumped on that.
I would have probably bought it for $1,000. I could I could see that, but me personally, I wouldn't buy it because I don't really care all that much for Ford.
Yeah, you haven't owned a Ford. You've only owned Chevys.
I've only owned GM products. I can't even say Chevys. So I have a
Well,
Cadillac.
Cadillac, but I mean it's a Chevy.
Dude, I want to buy another Cadillac. That's what I
Cadillacs
want
are
to do.
expensive. I want to.
Yes, they are. I want a
to.
CTSV,
Yeah.
but I want a 2015 CTSV.
Hey, I wouldn't mind an ATSV. They have a twin turbo V6.
Yeah, but I want the supercharged V8. I like the whine of a supercharger.
Yeah.
Low key gets me horny. Not gonna lie. What, you can't tell me that like an RB26 with a blow off valve doesn't get you a little hard?
That's not a supercharged V8.
No, it's not. But for you, you were talking about twin turbos. That's why I'm saying RB26 with a blow off valve.
I like me a turbo K series.
Turbo K series.
Yeah. It's funny because they're V4 cylinders, but then it's like
I mean, now I will say the of a two rotor. I think I think that sounds better. I would love an RX-7 with a turbo on it. That would sound very nice. But I feel like
a four rotor.
I feel like I would ruin it. I feel like I'd forget to like pre-mix it or something and ruin it.
That's just because you're retarded.
Yeah, pretty much. At least I'm all right with it, Like I could be the guy that's stupid as hell, but won't admit it. No, I admit I'm dumb. I have like the world's dumbest decisions out of the damn friend group. Like when we went to the lake and I said, let's take the caddy mudding. Thankfully, Alex talked me out of it. And we only took the four-wheelers mudding. But I was 100% down to take my front-wheel drive V8 Cadillac mudding.
I want.
And then I fell asleep driving it home and almost killed the both of us. Alex didn't know that because he was asleep too.
I drove Well, I remember we drove the S10 down there too.
Yeah, we drove the black S10 down there. We drove the green
No,
S10, the
I
green one.
didn't. I didn't ride with the black one. I rode
Oh,
with
you
the
did.
green one.
Oh no, that's right. Wrist rode down there in the black one. But you rode down in the green one. Did you ride down in the
I drove it
Silverado?
home. I drove it halfway home.
Yeah, you did. Did you drive? Did you ride with me in the Silverado down there?
I think I've only.
No, I think
I
I
think
think
so.
no, I think the only ones that you've been in are the Cadillac and the green S10 for the ride down to the lake. You haven't been down to the
Oh,
lake.
and the Fusion.
Well, yeah, because you
Because
guys
I've
were in
been
the
down there like 3 times.
yeah, you and Z were in the Fusion, and then me and my girlfriend at the time were in my grandparents' van that I was driving down there for them. And
Oh yeah.
I had the world's best idea of buying walkie-talkies. So that way Alex and I could talk to each other and talk shit the entire 3-hour drive down there.
The only reason why we did that is because our parents did that on road trips, but now we have cell phones.
Yeah, now we have cell phones. But like it's I think it's nicer to have the walkie-talkie though, because you just press a button and talk and then it turns off.
Yeah.
So like if you need to like yell at a bitch next to you or something, not everyone has to hear it. You know? Or you got to like yell out the window at someone trying to cut into your lane.
Well, you want the other people to know, so that way they can watch out for that motherfucker too, and then ride their ass. You get 4 people, you could just box them in, all slow
And
down to
just hold
20
them.
miles an hour, pull out our Uzis, fucking murder them.
We cannot do that, Alex.
Why
That's
not?
illegal. That is a felony, sir.
If you get caught.
And we're stupid.
We'll probably get caught.
Exactly. So no, you cannot do that. Now you can slow down to like 45 going down the interstate and really piss them off, but
Shooting them?
no.
Even if they drive a Prius and are going the speed limit?
We don't have a problem with Priuses if they go the speed limit.
That's all they do.
Okay, then they can get in the right lane.
But they won't.
Okay, then pass them on the shoulder with really loud exhaust or roll coal into their open driver window.
Slam on the brakes, make them rear end you.
I've been rear-ended by a Prius. It was funny.
I rear ended a Dodge Intrepid.
some older guy was heading home on 44. We were going on the big ramp to get to 270. You done?
No.
Man, die quieter, Alex. God.
Yeah, but...
Well, we were pulling onto the ramp, getting on 270 from 44, and traffic had come to a halt because some idiot truck driver was trying to pull onto 270 and was taking up all the lanes. So it came to a halt. I stopped, and then Prius wasn't paying attention behind me, and behind him was a state trooper. So state trooper watched me stop perfectly fine, and Prius rear end the shit out of me. And so when we went to pull off, I pulled his radiator out because I had my trailer hitch in because I was towing stuff for work. While I was a construction worker, I was pulling a trailer full of material to a job site that day, and I had my trailer hitch in, and his radiator got stuck on my trailer hitch, and I pulled it out.
Kaylee rear-ended a truck and put a hole into her grill in her PT Cruiser.
Marissa also rear-ended that same truck that the Prius rear-ended, which, by the way, no dent in my bumper at all. And she rear-ended that, and her aluminum put a hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the hole in her bumper? It was for my trailer hitch.
My stepdad got rear-ended by like a '70s Trans Am. Put a hole in it.
Ooh,
He was like, "It's
man.
my dad's car."
Well, you should have been paying attention, bud.
Looks like you're buying your dad a new bumper.
Oh man. That's one thing I don't understand about some people is that they'll like try to sneak their parents' car out and then realize there was a reason why they told them not to take it out in the first place. It's usually because they can't drive it very well and they end up wrecking it.
Yeah.
Like I saw a bunch of them whenever we got all that snow. I pulled a bunch of kids out that took his dad's car without asking. He was like, "Hey man, can you just help me get back on the road, man? My dad can't find out about this. He don't even know I have the car, man. Man, can you please just get back on the road?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I got you." Pull him back on the
I don't give a
road.
shit about your life story. Give me $20 and let's do this.
$20. I pull you out ditch for $20.
7-Eleven.
Oh man. No, we're not making fun of those people, Alex. Those are nice people. They're very nice people.
I love John Pennant. R.I.P. to him.
Yeah.
He made fucking uh accent jokes about oh, Fee Willie.
Oh man.
Or he'd be like in the buffet one, be like, "You eat what Fee Willie," and then he'd be like, "That means you eat like Free Willy."
So, you thinking you're making it to that car show on the 18th, Alex?
Fuck, dude, it's hard enough to wake up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, I have a dinner I have to go to that night, so
I don't know.
if I go, I probably won't even be there in the Silverado. I'll probably be there in her Escape. Just just be there to talk to people.
Yeah.
See how much interaction we have with everybody, see if that way next time we come back we'll actually want to bring the recording equipment.
Well, we're gonna bring the recording equipment in either way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we have to have it's not like we have a lot of it. It's
Yeah.
just a laptop, an audio box, and some microphones.
Yeah.
But I mean, if y'all want to come up and talk to us, we'll be there February the 18th at Detail Garage in Valley Park in the same plaza as Bobby's Place, right off of 141 and 44 in Valley Park, Missouri. It'll be a fun time. I used to actually be the one hosting those, and I DJ'd a few of them. It was a fun time. I think my favorite one I DJ'd was the one in Springfield.
Fuck driving all the way.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. I drove to Springfield when I went to Branson. Oh,
Wow.
which by the way, we need to get everyone together, and I want to go down to Branson for a week, and just all of us, everyone.
My dad has a condo.
I was just gonna rent a hotel room.
Why? When we could have a condo with a fucking pool and it's free.
Right. And then what we do is we bring the modded cars down. We're going to drive the modded cars down, and we're going to accidentally start car meets in the go-kart track parking lots and race go-karts. And that will hopefully make it to YouTube as well.
Last time I went to Branson, I drove go-karts on a tripping acid.
Why?
I don't know. It was fun.
I mean, last time I went to Branson, I got to go to the ride makers. That was cool.
I remember it was saying you are not allowed to drive under the influence of any drugs. And I looked at Z and I go, I was like, right, I'm okay, right?
It's like I look all right.
Nah, but I wasn't tweaking. It was just a cool.
Just
It
a
was
buzz.
a slight trip.
That's
I think it was one tab. I think I took one tab. So
that's fair. That's fair.
it was a pickup. It was good. But now,
Yeah.
fuck that. I did acid like once a week for like 3 months, but
No.
I didn't have a bad trip, but I don't have an interest in doing it
I
anymore.
did acid twice and
I
had a
just did
bad trip
shrooms.
both times.
I just did shrooms not that long ago. Shrooms are fucking shrooms are something else. Shrooms are fun. Shrooms don't make you feel like shit. Acid makes you feel like shit.
I
Acid makes
did,
you feel like your body got thrown around a room.
yeah, I can attest to that. I did acid twice and had a bad trip both times, and I was like, "Yep, won't touch that again." Not a fun time. I don't see the appeal in it.
The one
I
thing I
mean,
don't
it's
like about shrooms is it's disgusting.
yeah.
You gotta put it. You gotta be hungry. You gotta put it in a. I need to do like an eighth, maybe like 4 grams or something. Throw it in a fucking pasta. Fucking chow that shit down real quick
That actually doesn't sound half bad right now. Some pasta.
with some shrooms, psychedelic shrooms.
I'm not saying psychedelic shrooms. I'm just saying pasta sounds pretty good right now.
Oh,
I need to get the hood done on my truck. I need to pull that big old dent out. I need new tailgate hinges. I need a third brake light and tail lights. I either need to take off the rear bumper and put a new one on or
put a roll pan.
try. No, because I'm going to use it to tow.
Oh.
Whenever I get the S10, that's what's going to tow it around. That's why it's only getting a stage 3 cam instead of
Do you have a
a
car
full
trailer?
NA build. No, I'm going to buy one though.
Yeah, you need one.
I really do. Someone in the friend group needs one, and I'm the only person with enough room to store one. So I
I
guess
got
that
enough
person
friends
is
with
me.
trucks. I got enough friends with trucks to find a truck and then me be like, Jason, I'm grabbing your trailer.
Pretty much. I'll just be like, all right, you break it, you
I'm
buy
going
it.
to I'm buying a $200 Civic.
I would have bought that Civic if I had a trailer, because I don't think it could fit on my tractor,
Holy shit,
on the
trailers
trailer
are
for my
expensive.
tractor. Yeah, they're not cheap. They're like
Oh, here's some.
$7,500. I was gonna get a 20-footer with a winch on it for $7,500. I found it on Marketplace.
Here's one for 1200, 18 foot.
Well, I want a 20-footer since I like trucks, and I buy trucks.
Ah,
And I really need to get my O1 to a transmission shop and put a transmission in it, and then maybe sell it or sell
why
the
don't you put a
cat eye.
transmission in yourself?
Well, I was thinking about having the one in it rebuilt, and I don't know how to rebuild transmissions.
Yeah.
I can pull a transmission out and put a new one in. I could totally do that. I just don't know how to rebuild it. That's my problem. Is the rebuilding it part.
Yeah.
Or what I was thinking about doing is buying a 4L80 for my cat eye, taking the transmission out of the cat eye and putting that under the O1.
Why don't you manual swap?
I've thought about it. A manual V6 1500 would be fun, you know? Lower it, drift it.
Manual V8 one.
Well, if I were to turn that O1 up there into a full blown project, what I would do is I wouldn't register it anymore. I would just pay the taxes on it and take out the motor that's in it, put a V8 in it, straight pipe it out either side of the fenders, Just full drift build, no front end. Just no 4x4, just straight to the rear wheels. That would be a fun one. But that would also be expensive.
Yeah.
But I really want my S10. That is the main thing that I want. I just want my Cat Eye Silverado and 2 S10s. I'm
Why
gonna do it
two S10s?
because I want a 2.2 5-speed that I'm gonna restore into just factory condition, but redo everything, make it look pretty again, and just make it more comfortable, give it a touch of modern to it, and just daily drive that. And then I want a V8 race car S10 that I just gonna go full balls to the wall with, and just make the most insane blacked out S10 I possibly can. That one may or may not be street legal. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how wild I want to go, if it's street legal or not.
Yeah.
Because if it's street legal, then I have to put insurance on it, and insurance on a ridiculously over modified S10 is probably not going to be cheap.
No. And you probably want to insure the parts.
Yeah, after I spend that much money on it, I definitely want to insure the parts. So I would definitely tell my insurance what I did to it, which is the sad part,
Well,
because then my rates just skyrocket.
honestly, you just don't. If you do, you don't. And if you do wreck it, usually you just pull the whole thing out, put it into a different chassis.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I were to go that crazy, I would probably go ahead and tube frame the front end and roll cage it to protect everything I put into it.
Yeah.
Protect me, make sure I don't almost die again.
Because I don't think like Jonathan has that kind of thing on on the Malibu. Whenever he was just like, it's 78 Malibu to the insurance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he did for the Malibu. I don't I think I don't think the I don't think their insurance knows how many motors that Malibu's had in it.
Yeah.
I mean, my insurance is like, all right, dude, pick a car. Come on.
Same with Z.
Yeah, me and Z are getting yelled at by our insurance companies because we can't decide what car we want. Can't keep a car for longer than a year. And how long have you had your car, Alex?
In a month, 3 years.
Yeah, see, I think the longest I've ever owned a car is 2 years.
Yeah, I've owned the Civic longer than Z's owned any of his cars.
I mean, I would have most definitely owned the 2000 Silverado with the 5.3 in it for longer,
Haley
because
had a car longer.
yeah,
She had the PT Cruiser for like 5 years.
yeah. Heck, Riss had that 98 Lumina since she started driving. Her Escape's her second car, and she's only had that for a couple years.
Hell, if the fucking Cavalier didn't blow up, I'd probably still be beating the fuck around in that.
If the tow lot that my 5.3 Silverado got towed to worked with me a little better, I would have kept that 5.3 Silverado. All I needed to do was put the put the cab back on cab mounts. That's all I needed to do,
You
was put the
should
cab back.
pulled the motor.
I should have just had it. I should have just called my grandmother, who has AAA, and had it towed to her house so I could work on it. Is what I should
Yeah.
have did.
Pull the motor, pull the drivetrain out, and fucking put it in a fucking.
I'd put it under the 3100 I have sitting out front.
I think that frame needs a little bit more work.
No, that frame is wrought iron, powder coated black. It's straight iron, and it's powder coated. It's good.
Body panels.
Body panels are cold rolled, half-inch thick steel.
I know, but you need a bed for it.
Nope. I have the bed. I have the bed. I have 3 sets of rear fenders and 4 sets of front fenders. I have 2 hoods, and I have my doors, and I have all the glass in good condition.
Well, why isn't that getting worked on?
Parts for that are extremely expensive, and right now my daily's making funny noises, so yeah. I think daily takes the money there.
Yeah, so you can work.
Yep. Well, I mean, I work close enough to home. I could just ride the electric bike.
Yeah, if
I
I
could
had to, I
totally.
could ride the skateboard to work.
If you had to, I wouldn't ride the skateboard in weather like this, dude.
Fuck no. Well, it's 40 out. I
Yeah,
might take it out.
I want to take the bike out, so I might drive to Cosmic later.
It is dark
Drive to,
though.
well, it's got a headlight.
Yeah, I've rode that. I rode that bike in the dark,
So have I. I've
and the
also ridden
brake
it to
light
work.
works. It's got brake lights. Like what the hell?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I'm low key thinking about selling it, but I also low key still want it.
You need something faster.
No, I like it because it's a nice just putz around bike. I want to like take that with me to Branson so I don't have to walk everywhere and I can just putz around the strip on my bike.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna be bringing the skateboard to put around.
Oh heck yeah, man. Dude, they rent those things out there. Just every
Yeah.
corner, man. You can rent the bikes, you can rent skateboards, you can rent the slingshots. It's like, whoa.
Well, if I could rent a manual string shot, then I would be interested.
I think you can.
As long as they had older ones, because the older one, those ones are you could only get them manual. They were the only manual.
That's nice. I
Yeah,
wanted I want to do one of those helicopter tours.
around Branson.
Yeah,
Ooh, that would be cool.
that would be some really cool footage. that
Yeah,
that would take some really nice
over
pictures.
the lake.
Yeah, it goes over Mark Twain Lake. Dude, they also have them down at the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's not Mark Twain Lake. That's
It's not Mark Twain?
no,
I thought it
it's
was.
Table Rock Lake.
Oh, it's Table Rock. I thought it was Mark Twain. My bad. I only grew up going to the Ozarks.
Mm.
I mean, that's literally the only big lake I've ever been to is Lake the Ozarks.
Yeah, I want to go there again. I
All
need
right.
to go.
Well, we'll go. We'll make a video out of it. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. We can film an episode down there.
About
That'd be
what?
really cool. We'll go out in the middle of the lake on the boat and film a podcast.
Oh yeah,
Heck yeah,
that would be cool.
that would be awesome. I have my boating license. I can drive it.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap this podcast up.
I agree with you, Alex. Make sure you guys check out our Instagram page. I still need pictures of people's cars, guys. Like I need more pictures. I need more post pictures. Come on, send them my way. Leave us your Instagram tag and we'll tag you in your car's picture. Also, make
Yeah.
sure to check out YouTube for the audio. I mean, not the audio, the video portion.
Video.
The video portion of these podcasts is on YouTube, and we post every Friday at noon
Central Time. Check out
Central
our
Time.
Facebook page also.
That's where we'll be
And
posting all updates, any car
car
shows
shows.
that we're going to be at, or going to, or hosting. It'll be
Yep.
a fun one.
And if you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at 12_SIVIC.
And I
And
am
there's
still that underscore S10 underscore guy 14 on Instagram.
Z made a new Instagram.
Oh, we finally got Z's new Instagram.
Yeah, I can find it real quick. But
I
because
didn't know. I didn't know he finally made a post. I didn't know he made an Instagram finally for that. Yeah, EcoBoost.
yeah, finally.
Took him long enough. Man, Z, get with the program, bro.
It is NFG. Need for Green. Okay. NFG B00STD.
Okay.
Need for
I
Green boosted.
yeah, that's pretty
NFG
good.
B00STD.
All right.
And it still has the old pictures of his Tension Civic and all of his other cars, and some old pictures of my old Civic.
Yep.
Not my old Civic, still my car. I still have it, but I
Just
don't have it right now.
just before a
Before it
lot
was
of these newer
molested.
modifications.
Before it was molested. All
All
right,
right.
guys. Thank you.
And
Guys,
make
have a
sure to
good one.
check out the next episode. It'll be next Friday.